So when did you first come up with the idea, we're going to do these satellite camps across the country? When did you first start thinking about doing this?
You know what?
When
First
you're coming
hit me,
back in
I
college?
remember exactly when it was. 2 years ago, I was my brother John Fearborn, brother-in-law, married to my wife's brother, was talking about his daughter Kennedy, who's a rising 8th grader at the time. Darn good volleyball player. She's about 6'2", and she was getting recruiting letters, and people were telling her to come out to their camps. They wanted to evaluate her and see whether they were going to offer her a scholarship or not. And there's some West Coast schools. UCLA was a school she was really interested. Stanford, where I'd coached at one time, and my brother-in-law John said, should I take her out to the camps? Like, well, you kind of have to, John. I mean, and he's, yeah, but Jimmy, it's $1,500, for the flights, the camp fee, and wouldn't it be better if they just came to Kansas City and had a camp? And ding, ding, ding. That's
it goes off in your head.
Yeah, we should go to people, make it a heck of a lot easier, where people don't have to travel, pay for flights, pay $300, $400, $500 to go to a 4-day camp at a university. It made sense. I thought it's just better. It's better for the student athletes, better for their families, better for competition. It's better for all those things. So why not do it?
Did you foresee a backlash when you're doing it, that there might be some people that think?
No, not at all, because it just all seems so good for everybody. Seemed great for coaches, seemed great for everybody involved, as I said. So, and it's been a blast. I have more fun personally at these camps than I have had in a long time. Been 7 months since I had this much fun. And my wife said it really well too. She came to about 5 of the camps, and I said, "What did you think?" And she's like, "Wow, it's just so cute. They're all out there and they're trying so hard. They're going through every drill, as fast and as well as they can, and the players want to be noticed, and their parents are so enthusiastic about it. It's just really cute." I go, "Well, Sarah, cute really isn't a word that we associate with football." And then I'm thinking about it afterwards. I'm like, it's the perfect word. It really it's just so good. So
that's not a word though I hear coming out of the SEC though, Coach.
No, they weren't. They had an issue. They had issues with it.
Hello, our Michigan. This is the signing of the stars with some help from our friends at the Players Tribune. Basically, this is one big welcoming party. Blow the roof off for Coach Jim Harbaugh.
Who could possibly have it better than us?
Please welcome Mike Shanahan, Lou Holtz, and Todd McShay. Ladies and gentlemen, our newest quarterback, Brandon Peters. Here, Mitchell, let's give a round of applause. Devin Bush.
Carlo, Jim. Kareem Walker.
Please welcome Kingston Davis.
And the quarterback is nothing more than a reflection of the head football coach.
Time ready.
Every organization, greatness starts at the top. And I've competed against them and lost.
Can I get that in writing?
Yeah. But we got the right man for the job.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Well, Coach Harbaugh has made a lot of news with his overnight visits to recruits, so let's check in with one of those families.
We are very proud to announce that Quinn Nordine is going to become part of the Michigan football family.
We introduced 2 linebackers to play with y'all this year. But first, we got a dab on them. Show them, Jim.
We got a lot of help from Players Tribune, which was founded by one of the greatest shortstops of all time, Derek Jeter.
I started the Players Tribune about a year ago, right after I retired, and we wanted to give athletes a platform where they can tell their story.
Desmond Howard, John Harbaugh, Jessica Zor, and Jake Ryan. Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
In 1968, I actually signed a letter of intent with the University of Michigan with Coach Bump Elliott.
Woo!
And remember, from now on, Michigan, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And right now, at the University of Michigan, you are the man.
And tweeting out, Hill Auditorium looks amazing. See what you did there, Conrad. Nice work.
1, 2, you know what to do.
I've never seen so many celebrities, such a well-organized thing, or a more impressive event for a greater cause.
The fellows over here were asking if you'd do a dab for Chad Carr.
What is a dab?
It's like sneezing into your arm.
Amazing.
We'll go back to work today, tomorrow, next week, next month, the rest of the year. That's what we're going to do. But thank everybody here so much for making this a special day for these youngsters. Go Blue!
For all Michigan fans that are out there that were just all fired up about year one, wondering what's to come, what would you say to them? With Ohio State, Michigan State, they're doing very, very well. Michigan is coming back from a few years in a down slope. What do you say to those fans that are out there?
We would say we have great expectations for today's workouts. Today's what we're doing today. See if we can't be better today than we were yesterday, and see if we can be better tomorrow than we were today. And we have great expectations for that first day of two-a-day practices on August 8th, and I hope the guys are getting in the best shape of their life and get us to August 8th with the best possible team that we can have, and we'll take our shot.
Okay, we'll take our shot. I like it.
Level, and that's why Newsom goes to left tackle.
Spade on a post inside the 10-yard line, complete to Chesson.
About his freshman staying home on that reverse, but that's why that's not coming.
This will be the 11th play of this drive for the end zone. Caught by Grant Perry, the slot receiver for a touchdown. Michigan shows blitz and comes with it. Wilson goes down at the 20. There's a marker down.
7 that may be starting this season.
3rd down and 3. Isaac, the bigger back in there. Pass complete to Jake Butt, the All-American tight end. Dives for the cone touchdown. You're only going to get one catch in the first quarter. It might as well be for a score.
College football, but I think it's the best. I do get to live in Hawaii out here.
Pressure coming on Woolsey. Down he goes. Mike McCray, the first man there, and this defense is just over.
That's what Harbaugh can do in recruiting.
And quarterbacks love offensive linemen. This is Chris Evans, the freshman, down to the 10, showing a first. A gain of 22. Maybe that's why Harbaugh called him a shining star. Michigan running the ball 98 yards. Wide open touchdown, perfect strike to Amara Darboh from Wilton Spate. Doesn't really matter which quarterback you've chosen. If they're that open, you can hit them.
Big. Plenty of guys that can play in and around that state and also in California where they're recruited.
Last run was by St. Just. This one is blocked. And a touchdown, 28 yards for Delano Hill. And for Hawaii's
We saw that last year with Jake Rudock, how unbelievably well Rudock played by mid to end of the season.
Fly sweep with Eddie McDoom, who
terrible start and a good go of it since then.
Chris Evans inside the 10, the 5 dives for the pylon. Touchdown.
And there you saw it pretty cool under pressure as well.
Evans. Goodbye. 43 yards for the kid that Jim Harbaugh said is a shining star. Brown under pressure, throws, intercepted, scribbling. Got a convoy. Touchdown.
Won't work on the playbook. They only work on their complete fundamentals.
There goes Higdon.
Let's get them assimilated in everything else first, and it's working brilliant.
Boy, is it ever. Hill. The fullback. There's a cookie for Khalid Hill.
He's going to have to get a 30 or a 20 number on if he's going to play that much. Moore's now getting some run and showing a little something with his feet.
Cross to Higdon, around the corner, touchdown. Karan Higdon, the 5'10 sophomore. Michigan has now played 3 quarterbacks, 9 running backs, and 11 receivers in this game. And we've got 7. Final score here at the Big House, Michigan 63, Hawaii 3. Fred Cunningham and Dr. Jerry Punch, this is Mike Patrick. Thanks for watching, everybody. So long from Ann Arbor.
Welcome to BTN.com. Amina Smith alongside Tom Dienhart to look at some Week 2 matchups, Michigan and UCF. What do we look for as we get into this game?
Yeah, great opener for the Wolverines, 63-3, one of the most impressive lid lifters of any Big Ten team so far this year. I tell you what, big matchup for me is going to be that Michigan defensive line. against the UCF offensive line. Michigan's defensive line came into the year touted as one of the best in the Big Ten. Looked very good against Hawaii. Looked for Chris Wormley and company to control that front. They want to make UCF one-dimensional, then get after that quarterback and give that offense a lot of short fields.
And what player stood out to you in week 1?
You know, Wilton Spate, first career start. He won the battle in camp over John O'Corn. He looked really good. I mean, his first pass was an interception. He settled down, 10 for 13, limited his turnovers after that, and really, I thought, acquitted himself well for his first start.
Very surprising, the Wolverines trying to start 2-0 for the first time since 2013.
3 guys are good players. Here's Spate. Again, finds a seam and has a man, and Chesson able to make the grab down to the 2-yard line. Healthy as well. Here's 3rd and goal now. Spate looking, throwing, completing, touchdown. Michigan to Jake Butt, the senior tight end. His career log is 48. And that is blocked too. Wow. End, if you will. Wow. And so again, Michigan will take over in great field position, and right away off the block there, they go down the field to Chesson. You can see Spate was locking at him the entire time. I love it. Khalil Hill is lining up as the fullback there, and it is Hill, the first man through, gets there for the touchdown. Khalil Hill. A couple of block punts in the first 4 minutes of this game. There's Spate airing it out. Wide open is Darbo. Touchdown. Michigan making it look easy. 55 yards for the score. 9 for 18 yards. Got off to a rocky start last week, was able to correct it. Holman doesn't feel the pressure. Ball is out. Let's see. Peppers, of course, is in the middle of everything. He's in the... Gets it away cleanly, which was a big issue in the first quarter. Here's Peppers with some running room. Jabril Peppers down the sideline. And he is banged down at the 5-yard. That's an athlete. On 3rd and 6. Spate has an intended target and plenty of running room. It's Amara Darbo. What happened to that? This time, Hill gets through for his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Khalid Hill for us. Yeah. He's great at everything, right? He's always been a talented guy. Wide open. Darbo has plenty of running room, and he'll get there. Touchdown, Michigan. Tough to imagine the day to have gone any better for the Wolverines. They win 51-14. Coming up next on ABC, stay tuned.
Jillian Mahan here alongside Tom Dean-Hart talking a little bit about the Michigan game taking on Colorado in week 3. Now, Michigan has learned to love to spread the love around on offense. They had 11 different players with a carry in week 2 and 10 different players with a catch in week 2. But there's one guy that really stands out on this offense.
Yeah, quarterback Wilton Spate has really impressed me, caught my eye the first couple weeks of the year. I was surprised he won the job to begin with. I thought maybe John O'Corn would win it, but Spate was dabbed the starter. And I tell you what, I think, Jalen, he may be the best quarterback in the Big Ten right now, at least the most impressive out of the gate. Talk about spreading the wealth. He does a great job with that. His favorite target, of course, Jake Butt. 2 TD catches last week. Spate had 4 touchdown passes overall. Again, this Michigan offense is clicking when it comes to throwing a football.
Well, on the flip side of that, the defense for Michigan, they're not going up against, just any old cupcake school here. You've got a dual threat quarterback coming out of Colorado.
Yeah, this would be the first test for Michigan, a Power 5 conference school in Colorado coming to Ann Arbor. I tell you what, the Michigan defense has been impressive coming into the year. Was supposed to be one of the best defenses in the Big Ten, if not the nation, especially the line. The new coordinator, Don Brown's doing a great job. But again, you're right, Jillian. It's going to be a nice test to see how well this defense can hold up against a Power 5 school.
Great amount of skill in every one of them.
2nd and 13. Play action. Lufau with time. Looking deep for the end zone. Touchdown! Devin Ross gets Colorado on the board first. 3rd down and 7. Blitz coming. Spade in trouble. The ball's loose. Scooped up by Colorado, and a big man running all the way in for the touchdown. It's Derek McCartney. They need a punt to Jabril Peppers. Pressure coming, and it's blocked. Another block for Michigan. The ball bounding free. Pressure coming. Lou Fowl gets rid of it in time. Ento inside the 10, still going to the 5. Kavion, second and goal. Lou Fowl, the fade for the corner to Ross, who makes the catch. It is a touchdown. At the 20. Lou Fowl off play action. Caught. Broken tackle. And looking for running room is Bryce Bobo at the 40. And Bobo chased out of bounds by Channing, dribbling all the way down to try to add to the lead. And the field goal by Gonzalez is no good. And that one right into the line. A line shot right into the line, and it caroms out of bounds.
That's on the kicker.
Spade to the air, but with room to run. He's got great speed for a tight end, and he's out of bounds at the 7 machine. Trying to make up for that one. On the sweep, Chesson with a blocker in front. Chesson turns the corner, touchdown!
Like to get 6. Colorado, you want to hold them to nothing.
Spade, quick toss to Darbo with blockers. Darbo breaks a tackle. Darbo down the sideline. Darbo takes it to the house. Michigan with the lead. Lou Fowl looking deep, airing it deep. He's got a man out there. It's Fields, and Shea Fields all the way for the touchdown.
Lou Fowl was awesome. That was outstanding by Lou.
And now Jabril Peppers. And Peppers with a hole. Peppers with speed. Peppers to the edge and chased out of bounds. As he gets to the sideline, right into the quarterback on the sideline. Jabril Peppers runs into Lou Fowl, and Oluje chased him out after the 55-yard return. Toss play, Davion Smith looking for the edge. He's got it. Smith got a block, and now down the sideline. Smith cuts back, touchdown. Third down and 7. Pressure coming away. Lou Fowl in trouble, and he's sacked. After the sack, Spade on the move, throwing on the run. He finds his man open. It's Perry, and Perry turned it on the Jets, trying to race to the end zone. Caught inside the 10. First and goal, Michigan. Toss play, Isaac. Ty Isaac got a block, touchdown. Offensive lineman. This low line drive fielded by Jabril Peppers. Here he goes. Jabril Peppers turning on the speed. Breaks a tackle. The cutback. Peppers headed for a touchdown. Play action. Gary with the pressure, and he can't pull it in. Sean Irwin unable to make the... Third down and 13. Montez under pressure again. He's sacked. Maurice Hurst able to hang on to get the sack. 4th sack. Is going to win a battle. 45-28. Michigan gets the 17-point win and is now 3-0 on this young season.
Michigan, 45.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2-minute drill. This week, we're looking back on a win over Colorado. We're looking ahead to this week's game against Penn State. I'm Brendan. He's Nick. Let's get started. Nick, what do you credit the offense's slow start against Colorado to?
Colorado, I think, they were aggressive on defense. They made some plays. Wilton Speight got a little rattled and needs to calm down a little bit earlier in games.
Entering Big Ten play this week against Penn State, what's the biggest thing you think Wilton Speight needs to improve right now?
Just more comfortability with the offense, I think. He got a little rattled, he got hit, forced some throws. If he can stay calm and continue with his progressions, then I think he'll be fine.
Is Jake Butt the best tight end in the country?
Yeah, as far as pass catching goes, there's nobody better than him. I don't know if he's the best blocking tight end, but in terms of receiving weapon. He was number one in my book.
Is there anything Jabril Peppers can't do?
I don't know how good of a cook he is, but other than that, anything on a football field, we haven't seen him kick a field goal or punt the ball yet, but there's not much else. I mean, he is a special all-around player.
Nick, Penn State running back Saquon Barkley is very much the real deal. Quarterback Trace McSorley, people still waiting to see what he is. With that said, do you think Michigan packs the box this weekend and makes the Nittany Lions go over the top?
Yeah, maybe. I think stopping Barkley is probably the number one goal, but Penn State's going to be a little more up-tempo. They're going to try to run some spread stuff this year more than they have in the past. The passing game's still kind of unproven, so Barkley is no doubt their best player.
All right, Nick, time for word association. Let's start with Kenny Allen, Michigan kicker.
Overworked, possibly. He's been handling all 3 kicking duties. He missed 2 field goals last week. He's dropped the punt snap. We'll see if anybody else can step it up and take one of those jobs away from him.
Penn State's defense.
Banged up. A lot of injured starters. They haven't done well against the run this year. They're not the same as they've been. And more importantly, they're all banged up. A lot of linebackers are hurt, so we'll see if Michigan can run the ball this week.
All right, Nick, all of that said, what's your prediction for the weekend?
I got Michigan 34-13. I think it's a great matchup for Michigan. Not so much for Penn State.
I'm going to go ahead and say Michigan 42, Penn State 10. Might not even be that close, though. Well, that'll do it for this week's edition of the 2-Minute Drill. Be sure to come back next week as we look ahead to Michigan, Wisconsin.
McSorley's got to get out of there, and the ball is across the goal in the middle of the field, and it is a booming punt, but it is off the pickup. Peppers, who's got lots of room across midfield. 35, cuts it back. Peppers keeps his balance. No, inside the 10. Quieter. 4th and goal. And the fullback gets it. Touchdown. McSorley will throw short, and a good open field tackle. Tompkins brought down. Penn State doesn't get close for the Wolverines. Spate in a shotgun. Pressure picked up. Wide open. First down and more inside the 20. And that big tight end, Jake, to goal. They will try Smith. Smith, touchdown. Great power. McSorley right away pressured and goes down. Number as you see him on offense. Yeah, he's in the game. They faked the pitch to him and gave it to Smith, who's got the big goal. Smith inside the 40 to the 30, still going. What a great run by Davion. Spate with lots of time. End zone. Touchdown. The tight end, Asiasi. On 3rd down. McSorley goes down. I'd love to see my kicker in this situation. Yeah. Spate in the pocket. Spate's going to try to run for it. Spate will stumble ahead again. Come in motion. They'll fake that pitch to Peppers. Throw short. The tight end butt cuts it back inside the 5. Higdon, the tailback. Higdon gets it. Higdon. Touchdown. Play, Boji. Did he get in? Yeah. Pressure. McSorley goes down. Another sack for Michigan. Some players. Yeah. I think Michigan was pretty impressed. Evans, the freshman. First down and still in bounds. Evans across midfield. And they didn't feel like they could really do that. First and goal. Evans. Touchdown, Michigan. Right behind the same mistake twice, much like Andrew. Barkley, and there's the true freshman, Rashawn Gary. Same high school as Jabril Peppers.
Where they are, Michigan, where they are. The recruiting, especially in New Jersey, where Penn State gets a lot of these players. As you see, Taco Charlton gets a sack.
That's an NFL quarterback right there. Don't take him out. Yeah, what's that? Barkley swarm. 2nd and 15. And a handoff. Nice run down the sideline. Higdon. Touchdown. there's the true freshman. He's tackled in the backfield. And Gideon.
Very well coached by Greg Madison.
I like it. Doesn't always have to be an offensive guy using those hands. That's an interception. Good hands for the linebacker, Mike McCray, who's going to try to bring it back. He'll get shoved out of bounds.
November, and had a huge impact on this team.
And still does. Isaac out of bounds. Isaac gets it again. Touchdown. Wolverines fans thrilled with the way this one went. 49-10, the final score. Be sure to tune in to ABC tonight. That game we're talking about, number 7, Stanford.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of the 2-Minute Drill. It's Wisconsin week, a big one at the Big House as Michigan hosts the number 8 Badgers. He's Nick, I'm Brendan. Let's get to the questions. Nick, starting off, Michigan was very happy to get Jordan Lewis back last week. What difference does he make in that secondary and for the defense as a whole?
I think you could see it. Everything's more smooth. He only got tested 3 times, and he was there every time. He's the best cover corner in the country. So you put him back in there, you can do a lot more things and be more aggressive.
Heading into this week against Wisconsin, any chance Davion Smith sees some more number 1 carries?
Could be, depending on how close the game is. I'm sure he'll see more than the other guys, but at the same time, I think everyone's going to play. You'll still see 3 or 4 guys get heavy duty in there, as that's just how this offense works.
Wisconsin's really had some impressive early season wins this year over LSU and Michigan State. What has redshirt freshman quarterback Alex Hornibrook done particularly well for them so far?
He's been calm. He's made throws on 3rd down. I think last week you saw that he was big time on 3rd down, 3rd and long. Made a lot of shots against Michigan State.
Time for word association. We're going to start off with where this week's opponent comes from. What do you think of the Big Ten West?
I think it's Wisconsin's to lose. Iowa, I thought maybe it was that team earlier in the year, but they've stumbled a bit. They've had some injuries, so I think Wisconsin and Nebraska look like the teams that are trending up.
Karen Higdon.
Tough runner. I had him at 56 yards, I think it was, after contact last week. He had a career high in yards, carries, and touchdowns. Very impressive. I was impressed, and I think he's earned more carries.
Is this a must-win game? Big picture.
Yeah, I mean, it is and it isn't. I think if you want to go where this team wants to go, which is a national title, you got to win every game you play. Must win, I wouldn't go that far yet.
Okay, well, Nick, final score. What do you got this weekend?
I think it'll be a tight game, physical game. I'll take Michigan, but a closer one than the spread says. I'll say Michigan 24, Wisconsin 20.
Similarly, I'm going to say Michigan 31, Wisconsin 28. I think it's a game that's played between the 30s. Field position will be huge. Maybe a big play for Michigan's defense ends up being the difference. But that'll do it for this week. Make sure you join us next week as we look back on Wisconsin, look ahead to Rutgers, and that'll do it for Nick. I'm Brendan. Thanks for watching.
And they were a year ago.
Chris Evans, first handoff. He's the speed back, and he looks to break it. He's across midfield. Welcome to the football game today. Chris Evans, the freshman from Indiana. What do you call this, Drew?
It's the train.
Who didn't know that? Now, on 2nd and 2. Hand it off. Davion Smith trying to push towards the goal line. The helmet's in the end zone. I do not believe the football is. That's Devin Asiasi who lost his helmet on the exchange. They're going to say he was down at the 1 and zeros on the in the backfield. Hill is there, touchdown maker. Gets there for the score. 5th touchdown of the season, Glenn Hill. Michigan on the board.
Glenn Hill has been their sledgehammer.
3 receivers on this 3rd and 10. Holbrook under pressure, it's going to be dropped. Taken down, Taco Charlton was there. This is the 43. Has he straightened things out? No good. Allen missing from 31 and now 43, and that keeps this game at 7-0. Hornibrook throwing, and that's intercepted. You can see that coming a mile away. So too did Channing Stribling. Just more the nation, hosting number 8 in the country. Trying to find a seam, and it is intercepted. Wilton Spake turns it over. Intercepted. Derek Tindall, the man you were just talking about, truly is a game changer. And there are no flags.
give credit to Jack Sitchie.
Gubawale's out there right now as well. On 2nd and 9. Staring right under the pressure and throwing and completing. Daria Gubawale, touchdown. And we're an extra point away from a tie game.
He's too good of a weapon not to use him in the passing game. You can talk all you want about Corey Clement and how he's the workhorse, but Dario Gubawale adds a dimension to Wisconsin's offense, and perfect play call and design.
And that just squeezes through. 17-yard touchdown. On 3rd down and 3. It's Isaac. 1st down, and then some.
What a cut by Ty Isaac. There was nothing.
Top of your screen, the quarterback. He's not going to throw it to him that time. It's Ty Isaac again, picking his holes. That last conversion was Michigan's, just their 2nd first collegiate kick, replacing Kenny Allen. And Tice from 40. No good. No good. 3rd missed field goal attempt by the Wolverines. Hornibrook throwing. Into double coverage, was looking for Jazz Beebe. And again, the ball hung up just a little too long. Hill and Stribbling.
Oh, Hill can't afford a targeting penalty in the 4th quarter of this situation.
Alex Hornibrook just 7 of 19 for 86 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Play clock down to 5. 3. Just get it away. Hornibrook under pressure. Can't get out of it.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, Steve. First empty set.
Quick pass, able to complete to Darbo. Into the secondary, 1st down. He's into Wisconsin territory. On 1st down, off the play fake. Spate looking for it. Pass, Darbo! Touchdown, Michigan! Something for the home crowd to cheer about.
Kamar Darbo has established himself as a go-to receiver for Michigan. Last year it was Chesson. This year Darbo has come on. He has been reliable. He runs great routes. He's strong. He catches a big 3rd down and then gets behind the defense to break this game open.
And nothing is guaranteed with a kicking game today. That's Brian Tice who puts through the extra point. Tice now 6 for 6 on extra points. 14-7 Michigan.
The quarterback looks out and sees an ex-receiver 2 yards beyond the corner. It's about as big, as wide open as you could possibly be, and that should be our good hand.
Again, no timeouts. Finally, it's Fumagalli and the ball comes out. 4th and 10.
Boy, I mean, you got to help. You got to help your quarterback, right? Wheelwright doesn't go down and get it. Fumagalli, it's in your hands. Who's going to help the quarterback? Because at the end of the day, everybody's going to look at the score 14-7 and blame Hornibrook. But Paul Christen knows you got to help the guy out. And the center's getting beat like a drum right now. Brett Connors, he can't block the last guy, so you got to overcome.
4th and 10, here we go. Trailing by 7. No timeouts. Down the middle of the field. Intercepted. Jordan Lewis with your exclamation point. And very likely the dagger.
You got George Rushing out there. And these two coaches, longtime friends, respect each other to the end. Harbaugh said, we respect each other, we love each other. We're going to try to gouge each other's eyes out for 3 hours, make no mistake. but a ton of respect between Paul Chryst and Jim Harbaugh.
How good are Kenny Allen and Ryan Tice feeling right about now? Michigan's going to hang on. Michigan knew there'd be a game they wouldn't score 45 points in. And this was it. They scored 14, and that's enough to beat Wisconsin. Down to Todd McShay.
Hey, Jordan. How you doing? All right, so I talked to you yesterday. I said, well, what's your best game tape? Where's this one going to rank?
I don't know. I mean, I still felt a little rusty. I made a few plays, but definitely, if you're talking about one of my best games, it's about the effort. And I don't know if this one lined up as one of the best.
Talk to me about that pick. That was something else.
I know I had to make a play. It was forfeit forever, and I know I had to go up there and get it. So thank God I went to go get it, man. It was a heck of a play.
Take me through when you're up in the air and the one-handed. I mean, what's going through your mind?
I mean, I jumped too early for the two-hander, so I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to put a hand up there and see what happens.
You go up against Darboh all the time, the wide receiver, in practice. How clutch was it, the third down conversion and then the long touchdown catch to put you guys on?
It saved us, definitely. You know, the offense was stubborn a little bit, and they came out and executed, and that helped us a lot. That gave us that confidence and go out there and finish the game.
How good can this team be?
Sky's the limit. You know, we got to keep preparing for a championship season. We have a good one.
All right, thanks, man. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Guys.
Michigan goes to 5-0, 2-0 in the conference. They'll travel to Rutgers next week. Wisconsin suffers their first loss of the season. They have the bye. Be sure to tune in to ABC tonight at 8 Eastern. Saturday Night Football. Louisville takes on Clemson. Another top 10 showdown. That's it for our top 10 showdown. Michigan gets by Wisconsin here in Ann Arbor, 14-7. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night, everybody.
Welcome to BTN.com. Amina Smith alongside Tom Dienhart to preview our Week 6 matchups. We've got Michigan at Rutgers. Michigan, they're coming off of a great win against a tough Wisconsin team. It's the first time they hit the road all season to take on Rutgers. What do they need to keep in mind?
Yeah, 5 games at home to open the year. Amina, they go on the road. They have to stay focused. This team's hitting on all cylinders. Offensively, defensively, lights out. 44 points a game for that offense, and the defense has been exceptional as well. But watch the kicking game last week. Michigan missed 3 very makeable field goals. It didn't cost them. They still beat Wisconsin 14-7. But again, they're going to have some tough road games in the future. At Iowa, at Michigan State, at Ohio State. They need to get that kicking settled.
And Rutgers, they're certainly missing Janarion Grant. Their offense only held to 116 yards. What's their game plan going into Saturday?
Yeah, tough 58-0 loss. Rutgers, you're right, Amina, really struggles for explosive plays. If they want any shot in this game, they've got to run the football with Robert Martin. That'll keep the ball away from Michigan's explosive offense, which will be key. So, again, they got to run that ball. If they can run it, Amina, that will help Chris Laviano, the quarterback, who really struggled last week, 3 for 12 passing for only 33 yards. You're not going to win many football games when you only throw for 33 yards.
Absolutely not.
Justin Goodwin, the third down back, is in. He's their best pass catcher, and down goes Laviano. As we saw the big truck visiting here as well as Jabril Peppers is into the game. We have seen him a number of places already, and he's streaking down the sideline right now. Inside the 25-yard line, on the gas pedal inside the 5. Got him inside the 5-yard line. On the toss, touchdown Michigan. Ty Isaac on the board for the Wolverines after the Peppers setup. Rule number 1. High kick at the 44, and Peppers dodges one. Flag comes in. Peppers keeps his feet. Oh my goodness, what a return. That may not count. Second down. Toss for Isaac. He scored earlier, and he picks his way across the 45. Spate up in the pocket again, on the launch to the end zone. And it is caught, touchdown. New transfer has checked in for Rutgers,
and goes with a jet sweep that goes nowhere. Peppers bringing pressure, and down goes Allen. Allen from the end zone, on the run. Allen has the first down, lost the football. It's on the ground, and the battle for it goes to the Wolverines. The product, Jabril Peppers, who's in the game after the turnover. Peppers on the roll, cuts it inside, and touchdown, Jabril Peppers. He nudged through for a score.
It's 70 yards already, and not even a halftime yet.
Evans bursting through. Chris Evans, the freshman, zigzagging through the defense. Inside the 5 and down to the 1-yard line.
Very late in the season.
Hill gives it one more shot. And let's see, no signal yet. Touchdown. You call on him. 12 carries, 20 yards, 6 touchdowns. And Michigan's going to get a couple points off this. Why not? Garrett Moore's the whole group of 5 chances now at the college football playoff dwindled greatly with Houston's loss as Spate serves it up down the middle and a jump ball inside the 10-yard line. What a beautiful grab. 3 last week in the kicking game. Hill up the middle, puts his head down, and they're going to say he is short. The far side official waving overhead. Now touchdown.
We've seen out of Michigan here this evening.
Top 5 in the FBS entering play today. Evans sneaks through a hole, and Evans chopped down. First down for Michigan. Evans showing burst again, and Evans crashing across the 35. That loss. Spate has had tons of time. He goes to the sideline for Darbo. Peppers back in. Peppers turns, looking for the end zone. Touchdown! It's Eddie McDoom, the freshman, in motion. O'Corn flips it out wide, and he's got a completion to the end zone. Touchdown, Hill. He normally does it from a yard away. Florida State in danger of going to 0-3 in ACC play. Another big gash in the run game for Michigan. Evans finds daylight, and Chris Evans with a breakout game tonight. On the ground again, Higdon seeking the end zone, and a touchdown. Karan Higdon. Hey. Shane Morris has checked in to play quarterback. And they will go on the ground with Higdon once again, and he breaks across the 45 into plus territory in case of possible cannon fire. First play, quarter number 4. It is the USC transfer Ty Isaac.
With his presence and his ability to recruit, obviously his corresponding success.
And one more touchdown for Michigan. On the dive, Bobby Henderson. Rutgers goes with Trey Sneed, the backup running back. And
potentially winnable games in the second half of the season.
Again, needed. Curious what your thought is after seeing this defense against what Ohio State has on the offense and the speed in the perimeter.
Allen flushed out and drilled.
Wearing khakis back in those days either.
Higdon in as the tailback, and he runs right by the oncoming pressure. Higdon to the end zone. There is the school record tying 8th rushing touchdown for the Wolverines. Michigan putting the finishing touches on a win, and this is a school record waiting to happen. Ty Isaac. They were upset here 2 years ago. Nothing close this evening. 78-0, the largest margin of victory.
Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of the 2-Minute Drill. I'm Brendan Quinn. He is Nick Baumgartner, and the Wolverines are back in action this week against Illinois, opening the second half of its season at home at Michigan Stadium. Nick, at this time, what's the biggest difference, good and bad, between this year's team and last year's team?
Well, I think the defense is better. You know, obviously last year's team had a great start defensively, but this defense has been outstanding. Bad? That was a kicking game. It's still a question mark. We still need to see who takes that job and runs with it.
If you had to give me 2 or 3 breakout players over the second half of the year, guys who really outperformed their first half, who would that be?
I'll go Channing Stribling on defense, a cornerback who doesn't get talked about a lot. And then offensively, I'll stick with Chris Evans. I think we've seen some good stuff from him, and he's continuing to get better.
Outside of Ohio State and Michigan State, what's the best team in the Big Ten?
Wisconsin, probably. I mean, Wisconsin fought Ohio State to overtime. They played Michigan within 7. So probably the Badgers, who unfortunately for them already have 2 losses.
Even though Nebraska's ranked?
I think Wisconsin's probably better, but I guess we'll see. They have a chance to prove that, and we'll find out.
All right, Nick, time for this week's word association. Let's start with Illinois head coach Lovie Smith.
Interesting. I don't know how this is going to work out for Illinois, but at least it's a splash and maybe get some people interested.
Khalid Hill.
Fantasy football's worst nightmare, the touchdown poacher. and he's got 7 to lead the team, and I believe 13 carries. Pretty impressive.
Ben Gideon.
Impressive. I think he's been a pleasant surprise for Michigan throughout this first 6 weeks. He's been very good, leads the team in tackles up there in TFLs as well, so very good start for him.
I think the season is finally far enough along to ask about this one, the Don Brown effect.
As advertised, you know, they've been aggressive. They've come in waves. They've been relentless. I think that's all starting to click. They're getting comfortable with him, so it's been good.
Okay, Nick. With all of that said, what do you have this weekend? Michigan, Illinois.
Michigan by a lot. I got Michigan 58-0. Illinois is not good at all.
I'm going Michigan 38-0. Maybe a little bit of take the foot off the gas, just get out of here and be safe and healthy for Michigan State.
I don't do that much. We'll see.
Fair point. Well, we will see. Until then, next week, Michigan State, lots to talk about. Make sure you come back and join us for another edition of the 2-Minute Drill.
Is here to cover the Illinois Fighting Illini, coming to town on homecoming to take on the 3rd-ranked and unbeaten Michigan Wolverines. Numbers, or you saw them over the last 3 games, 141-17. The swing pass out of the backfield to Eddie McDoom, and McDoom down the sideline, the little stutter step. McDoom still loose down to the 20-yard line of Illinois. Patrick Nelson finally
not okay to statewide.
We saw this formation a couple of weeks ago for Michigan to start, and now Spate on 3rd and goal from the 4. Spate with Butt popping free, and he gets the touchdown.
Jake Butt has been their chain mover, and he's been their go-to guy.
Brings it to the 21-yard line. Spade off the play action, finds his tight end, Wheatley, and Wheatley into the end zone for the touchdown.
Real simple game plan, Kevin. They're going to pound the football, come off of it with play action, and when you get no pressure like this, and Wilton Spate
Toss to Ty Isaac with blockers in front. Isaac trying to get to the edge, looking for the pylon touchdown.
Isaac had a convoy. That whole left side did a great job.
After review, the runner's left foot touched the pylon when the ball's at the half-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the left hash.
1st down and goal. Spade stumbled as he handed that one off to Khalid Hill, who burrows forward for the touchdown. Came in from Kalik Hudson, who got a hand on that one, and it goes out of bounds. Kalik Hudson blowing into the backfield, and he blocks the punt, and Michigan's going to have excellent field position. 2nd and 15, Spate to throw, lots of time, over the middle, leaping grab by Darbo, and it's 1st and goal, Michigan.
That's all on Spate. Really well-thrown football.
Spate back under center. Smith with the carry. Davion Smith to the end zone for the touchdown. sets up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off on the lead by DeMonte Thomas, his first interception of the year at the 25 of Illinois. On 2nd down and 8. Draw play, Smith got a block. Smith gets to the edge, and Smith's got the first down. Ben Braden leading the field, opening that hole. Stanley Green able to get the stop.
Kick at this angle.
Good snap, good hold, and Allen's kick is good. A line drive to pound it through and put the cherry on top of a stellar first half for Michigan as they'll take a 31.
Big House either. His last time here, 1995. He was a secondary coach for Ohio State.
Darbo all the way out to midfield. Speaking of the secondary of the Lovie Smith team, Darbo leaving his 2nd and 10 from midfield. McDuke, the motion man. Spade on play action. Backside pressure comes, gets rid of it to Buck. And Buck with a first down inside the Illinois 30. Wilton Spade told us a few weeks ago that Jake Butt's the guy who's... And the kick by Allen. He is 2 for 2 this afternoon, and Michigan with the yard line of Illinois. Karan Higdon has a hole. Higdon down the sideline. Turning on the Jets. Higdon, a little reversal, and Higdon in for the touchdown. What a capper for Michigan.
A little bit of speed showed up there, didn't it? He outran everybody. Nice little cutback at the end, using his eyes. That was really well done, Mr. Higdon. A career loss.
Pressure coming. He's in trouble and he's sacked. Maurice Hurst got him with Winovich providing the initial pressure.
Yeah, Winovich does exactly what you see on tape. He's like a bullet coming off. And I guarantee you right now, Jim Harbaugh's thinking about next week.
Yep, and that will be the final snap of this one. Jim Harbaugh and Michigan remain unbeaten with an impressive 41-8 win over Lovie Smith and the Fighting Illini of Illinois. Michigan State next week. That's going to do it from Michigan State with the final score, 41-8. Michigan with the win.
Welcome everyone to a very special edition of the 2-Minute Drill. I am Brendan Quinn here, as always, with Nick Baumgartner, but we are joined this week by a very special guest, Michigan State beat writer Kyle Austin, making the trip from East Lansing to Ann Arbor. We're going to take an in-depth look at this week's rivalry matchup at Spartan Stadium. Let's not act like this is an evenly matched game. Michigan State is a 24-point underdog for a reason. But Nick, how can Michigan lose this game?
I think if they just, don't show up, play flat, play the opposite of the way they've played all season, that would be about it. But if they come in and do their job, then this is a win.
And Kyle, on the flip side, how can Michigan State make this a game going into the fourth quarter?
Well, it would take everybody playing up to their potential, which we haven't seen really at all this season. I don't even think that's enough. I think they need to win the turnover battle. They need to win the penalty battle. Some more of these college football equalizers need to go in their favor for them to have any chance.
For both of you, how about one player who could make a statement this weekend?
Yeah, I'll go Wilton Spade. I think this is a good test on the road for Wilton Spade. We've seen him improve some this year, but this is a chance for him to really kind of maybe make some more believers out of people.
Kyle, how about you?
I'll go Malik McDowell, their best player, defensive end now, where he's playing. I think he's the one guy that can really make a difference for them.
Nick, if this game gets a little bit out of control late, do you think Jim Harbaugh will try to maybe dig in the heels a little bit and make an extra statement?
Yes, I do. I think that if they have that opportunity, he will try to pour everything he can on Michigan State and make this one a lasting memory, if you will. But they got to get there first. That's not a given.
And Kyle, what could an upset mean for Michigan State? Could this thing turn around the season?
No, this season is lost at this point. They've lost 5 straight. They've got too many problems. They pull out a miracle, that's great. They feel good for a couple days, but they still wake up as the same team on Monday morning.
All right, and it is time, as always, for word association. Nick, Michigan on the road.
Untested. They've only played Rutgers on the road this year. Haven't faced many big-time tests in hostile environments yet under Jim Harbaugh, but this could be the best one they've had.
And Kyle, the Michigan State quarterback situation.
Unsettled. Brian Lewerke the last 2 weeks, the redshirt freshman has started, but you got 2 other guys in there. Tyler O'Connor, the senior, Damian Terry, the junior, both might be injured, so a lot of question marks.
Okay, well, with that, time for predictions. We're going to start with you, Nick.
I'll say Michigan 49-7. I don't think Michigan State can move the football against this team. Michigan's too much. Easy win for the Wolverines.
And how about you, Kyle?
I think this matchup will bring out an emotional Michigan State team. It will bring out their best, but that's still not going to be enough. 35-21 Michigan.
I'm taking Michigan 56-7. I think it's going to get out of hand early, and Michigan rolls from there. But we will see. As always, a rivalry game, anything can happen, but that will do it for this week. We want to thank Kyle for coming all the way down and joining us here. Nick and I will be back next week to preview Michigan's game versus Maryland back at Michigan Stadium. Until then, thanks for watching.
Good day, everybody, from Spartan Stadium in East Lansing. It's the annual battle for bragging rights in the state of Michigan. The 109th meeting between Michigan State and Michigan. Second down and goal. Tyler O'Connor backs up into the shotgun with LJ to his right. Hands to LJ. Blocker in front. It's Prescott line. He walks into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU. The Spartans draw first blood against the Wolverines.
Spate under center. Give him Davion Smith. Breaks it to the left. Breaks a tackle. He's out over the 30. Keeps his feet to the 35. Bulling his way to the 40-yard line. That's a 20-yard gain by Davion Smith. And it is Jabril Peppers as the shotgun quarterback. Behind him is Smith. They go sweep right. Jabril at the 5, looking for the pylon. Dives for the pylon. He's got the pylon. Touchdown, Michigan. 3-yard sweep from Jabril Peppers.
Now Spates in the shotgun, backs on either side. Peppers, rather, in the Wildcat, fakes a handoff. He'll reverse the ball to McDoom. Running to his right, look out, he's got great speed at the 35 and finally bumped out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
Michigan goes to the train. Then they break out of it. Back to throw. Spate looking left. Throwing deep left for Jake Butt. He's got it at the 4. He's down at the 1. What a throw. What a catch. And the Wolverines are first and goal from the 2-yard line. This is a tie game. In motion is Hill. Pitch sweep left. Davion Smith going for the pylon. Did he get in?
I thought he did.
Touchdown, Michigan. 1-yard sweep from Davion Smith. And the Wolverines go on top.
Michigan's defense has been relentless. The defensive line is creating penetration. The linebackers don't miss tackles. And the secondary has been exceptionally good.
Connor, the quarterback. He goes straight back to throw. Taco Charlton hits him. The ball is underthrown and intercepted. Jordan Lewis catches the short arm pass. After a tough beginning,
a lot of
Michigan is beginning to assert themselves in this stadium, Dave.
A lot of Michigan State fans are sitting here going, weren't we up 7-0 right off the bat?
The final score is the only thing right now, I think, that's in question. Michigan is up 30-17. The Spartans trying to get one in. They're fighting to the end. So now Michigan State has it first and goal from the 5. O'Connor back to throw, looks left, throws left, ball is caught, touchdown Michigan State. With 1 second left to play in the game. And Michigan State is going for 2 points. I'm not sure why Michigan State's going for 2.
We've seen long shots before.
Oh, we have.
Really?
I was at 365 days ago. O'Connor gets the snap. He's going to sweep right. He's going to pitch it right. He is going to miss the pitch, and this is going to go the other way. Jabril Peppers picks it up. He's going to go 90 yards with the botched 2-point extra point. and Michigan is going to extend their lead. How about that for a turnaround? As the Wolverines come to East Lansing and get a 32-23 win.
Great game, Mark. Good luck the rest of the way.
As the Paul Bunyan Trophy, emblematic of the victor in this classic since 1953, is headed back to Ann Arbor.
Jillian Mayen here alongside Tom Dean-Hart. Maryland at Michigan, the Wolverines, the only undefeated team left in the Big Ten. Meanwhile, the Terrapins just looking to get that 6th win and get bowl eligible.
Yeah, Maryland failed last week. They have 5 wins. Need to get that elusive 6th victory, Jillian. It's going to be difficult to do this weekend at Ann Arbor. DJ Durkin's going against his former boss, Jim Harbaugh. If he wants any chance to stay in this game, Maryland has to run the football. They've got 2 good backs to do that, Ty Johnson, Lorenzo Harrison. But Perry Hills, Jillian, he's been out of sight. He missed a game with a shoulder injury. Last 2 games, hitting over 70% of his passes, 4 touchdowns, almost 500 yards. Hills is playing real well.
Meanwhile, Michigan coming off of a win against Michigan State. Really, this is what we expected. We expected them to get the win in East Lansing. But the maybe small surprise factor, it wasn't a blowout.
No, Michigan State hung in there. It was a rivalry game. I think you may have expected that from a rival. But 200 yards rushing allowed by Michigan, maybe that's a bit of a concern, Jillian. And there still really is no number 1 running back for Michigan. So you wonder if at some point maybe that doesn't become a detriment for the Wolverines. But again, everything else is clicking, Jillian. Number 1 defense in the country when it comes to total defense, number 1 scoring defense. This team just needs to stay hungry and stay focused.
All right, thank you so much, Tom.
Look forward to your explanation, everybody, for window dressing. On 3rd and 4, able to complete 1st down and plenty more. Jehu Chesson in. And the throw. Spade had plenty of time. Beautiful pocket. It's Darboh. Touchdown. Making it look easy. Good. See how many they rush. I got 5 coming. And so does Hills. He'll take on 3 of them before he's Real Peppers. Top of the screen. Now they'll hand it off to Peppers. He's going to throw. Back to Spade. Spade looking downfield. For Chesson, he's got him. On to everybody else already. It's 2nd down and 7. Spade looking for Buck. Going to take it up the middle. And leap into the end zone. Hop, skip, and a jog spot. They will hand it off on 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Has plenty of running room. Across the 30.
This game is a great opportunity for us to show what we got.
Here's Spate. Has 2 tight ends in there. And they'll find one of them. Jake Buck, welcome to the football. Hand it off to Peppers. And he'll run. Inside the 10. He's slammed out just before the goal line. That's front in motion. Mosey's the fullback. Davion Smith is the touchdown maker. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for Michigan. 2nd and 34 after the penalty. Spade will try to dump it off, and does. Able to check it down to Chris Evans. Evans had all sorts of problems juggling the football, and now he's running into the end zone. No, they're going to say he's out. Spade will hand it off. It's the touchdown maker, Khalid Hill. It's 28-0 Michigan. And a sack. Rowe is dropping. On 3rd and 4. Spade steps up. And now throws. Wide open. Touchdown. Jehu Chesson. Simply amazing.
Starters including Real Peppers into probably middle part of the interception.
Intercepted. Delano Hill at midfield. 4 seconds left in the quarter. This is Khalid Hill area, but it's Davion Smith.
intercepting the football. I think it's been the right move for him.
As he said, he loves to hit more than cover. Speaking of hitting, Caleb Rowe is taken down. It's Mo Hurst again. Yeah, sharp.
There he is again for you, big Mo Hurst.
It all comes together. As if he knew we were talking about.
Up as an All-American candidate this season.
John O'Corn is in a quarterback for Michigan. He's handing it off to Ty Isaac. Isaac racing down the sideline. Gets a great block.
And still be close.
Second down and 1. Davion Smith. He's in for the touchdown.
Amazing story.
Can't believe everything you read on Twitter. I can tell you that. Touchdown to Cohen Crawford from John O'Corn. As checked in, he's a true freshman from Pinson, Alabama. And he hands off to the senior Wes Brown. On the scoreboard today was business. 59-3, Michigan. Coming up next, stay tuned for college football primetime.
Welcome to BTN.com. Amina Smith alongside Tom Dienhart to preview our matchups for this week. Let's take a look at Michigan at Iowa. Michigan, they're coming off of a dominant performance against Maryland. Wilton Speight, he threw for 292 yards just in the first half.
Yeah, another week, another big game, another big win for Michigan, right? They continue to roll on. Credit Wilton Speight. Big game, 362 yards overall passing for Speight, who I think is the best quarterback in the Big Ten. Great chemistry with his wideouts, too. Jalen Chesson last week, over 100 yards receiving. Jake Butt, 5 catches for over 70. Davion Smith runs for 100. On and on it goes from Michigan. And check this out, Amina. Just in Big Ten play alone, Michigan's outscoring teams 273-51. That's dominance.
And Iowa, they had a loss to Penn State last week. Their largest road loss since 2014. What's going to let them compete in this game?
Yeah, 41-14. They got smashed. They're going to need to get some turnovers if they want any chance to stay in this game and knock off the Wolverines. It's going to be tough because this is a very pedestrian Iowa offense. Can't move the ball consistently, especially when it comes to getting big plays, big chunk yardage plays downfield. I tell you what, C.J. Beathard's trying to mean it, but the offensive line struggles, and there's not many big play wide receivers. So on and on it goes, the offensive struggles for an Iowa team that scored 14 or fewer points in 4 or 6 Big Ten games.
Well, thanks, Tom.
Back to throw Beathard. He's in trouble. He'll go down. He's sacked. Now Jabril Peppers goes back to his left, and he's brought down a loss of 1.
Our defense has played really, really well to this point. 11:40 to go till halftime.
Well, this is the time for Michigan's offense to put together a good, solid drive.
Speight back to throw. Lots of time. Looking. Throws down the middle. He's got his man Chesson, and it's good for a first down. Gare brings him down. In the shotgun, Speight. He gives it to Ty Isaac. Ty Isaac pounds his way around left tackle. He's at the 4. He's in for a score. Ty Isaac.
And that is the drive we asked for. That, boys, was well done.
We talked about in the pregame show, the Hawks need to win the turnover battle. This would be an ideal time.
2nd and 10 Wolverines from their own 2. High formation behind Speight.
And a safety, we think. A safety by Jaleel Johnson. Jaleel Johnson, it is a safety. Hammer down, big time hammer hit. And the Hawks are on the board and get the ball back. Maybe this will get the Hawks going.
Iowa is making things interesting as this ball now is down inside the Michigan 10-yard line.
Jordan Lewis just knocked him into the next zip code.
Well, Hawks are going to go for it. 4th and goal at the 3, and they're first in the Big Ten on 4th down conversions. All-out blitz. They set up the screen. Touchdown! Touchdown, Iowa to Akram Wadley.
We have a tight one here in Iowa City. Michigan leading Iowa 10-8.
Short kick taken by the tight end. It's fumbled, and the Hawks have it. Iowa's on the ball. Iowa has the football. There's the big turnover we've been looking for.
you've got to give Iowa all the credit in the world. They have come to play tonight. And it will be a field goal attempt to give Iowa the lead.
The Hawks have their first lead of the night, and only the second time this year that Michigan has trailed in a ball game.
Spade gets the snap, goes straight back to throw. Look, throws. That ball is caught at the 30, the 35, the 40 is Jake Butt.
Kenny Allen on the year has a long of 45. This would be from 51.
And it's good!
Iowa needs to get a stop here, or Michigan will be getting close to field goal range.
Michigan with a big 3rd and 9. Spade fakes to Smith, back to throw, looking, throws. He's got a man open. It's intercepted. Well, a big, big turnaround there. Well, Michigan still leads 13-11, but Iowa has the football now with 3:43 left to play. Right now, Iowa's playing with a whole lot of enthusiasm. Throws the ball deep, he's got a man wide open, but it's intercepted! It's Channing Stribling who picks it off at the 15-yard line. This one isn't over yet.
Hawks have to get a stop here. Spate lobs it to the sideline, and it is incomplete. The Hawkeye defense stops Michigan, and the Hawkeyes needing only 3 to upset Michigan. This is returnable. Gets to the near sideline, tries to turn the corner. Now a flag comes in, maybe a face mask. Iowa will have the ball at midfield. Desmond King returned it 8 yards, tack on 15 more with a face mask. Hawks try to set up the screen, wide open, Wadley at the 30, Wadley at the 25, and that's close to a first down. Runs a quarterback draw, down to the 15, what a call! Now the Hawks are seconds away from Back to the Future, 1985.
Michigan at 9-0. Iowa looking to knock off one of the nation's best. Here goes the football game.
Heath Duncan now with a chance as a true freshman to etch his name into the Hawkeye record and history books. Tyler Kluber with a snap, the spot, the kick is on the way. It's good! It's good! Iowa wins 14-13. 14-13. Back to the future. And Iowa knocks off 9-0, unbeaten until now, the Michigan Wolverines.
Keep balling. Keep your head up. Hey, don't beat Ohio State. Y'all got this shit, bro. I love you. Love you, dog. Love you, bro.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the 2-Minute Drill. I'm Matt Wenzel here with Nick Baumgartner. We're here this week to preview Michigan's home finale against Indiana. Let's start with the questions.
Nick, first off, Michigan's lost Saturday night, 14-13.
Yeah, a total team effort, team loss, if you will. You know, bad offensive line play, bad quarterback play, missed tackling, seniors not making plays, and then the head coach, Jim Harbaugh, not his best game either. So when you put all that together, that adds up to one really bad loss that you can't take away.
Wilton Spate did not have his best game of the season, obviously, and now we have injury concerns. What did you see from him on Saturday, and I guess what's the situation moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously missed some deep throws. You know, it was his worst game of the season by far, and that gets coupled by the fact that reports say that he has a collarbone injury that's going to keep him out for a while. So, you know, at this point, it looks like he's going to be on the sidelines, and Michigan's going to have to see what John O'Korn has. But I guess we'll have to wait and see as to how long or how severe it really is.
Michigan's home finale is against Indiana. What do you see from the Hoosiers so far this season?
Yeah, a lot better on defense. You know, they've been a really, a bad team defensively, frankly, for the last few years under Kevin Wilson, but the defense has been much better this season, much better against the run. They haven't given up these huge, bad, big plays that they've kind of made a trademark for themselves over the last few years. So, solid football team, but certainly a team Michigan should beat.
All right, word association time. First word to start with is Jabril Peppers.
Good, but at the same time, he needs to get better. I think that, he missed some tackles. He was guilty of some problems on defense. He wasn't that explosive on offense either. So obviously a dynamic player, but I think Michigan maybe needs to do some different things with him on offense, and then he needs to get better on defense. He needs to tackle better.
John O'Korn.
We'll see. It was close between John O'Korn and Wilton Spate at the beginning of the season for that quarterback spot, but again, Wilton's had 10 games of practice, 10 games of first team reps. O'Korn has had none of them. So we're gonna have to see how he handles this and if he can kind of get back going and push this team forward.
Richard Lego.
Been solid. Indiana's gone with a 2-quarterback system at times this year. Xander Diamond, the younger guy, has gotten in there some. Lego's been good. He's not quite what they've had in terms of explosiveness, but he's been solid. He can make some plays for you. Indiana's a good football team. I don't have a problem saying that. And he's one of these guys who's a solid player. They can be beaten, but he's solid.
All right, Nick, it's prediction time. Who do you got this week?
I'm going to go Michigan 28-13. I'm going to have to wait and see about this offense, whether or not if the quarterback situation complicates things, but I think Michigan's defense is certainly good enough to carry it through here today.
I'm going to take Michigan to win 35-14 in their home finale, move to 10-1 heading into Columbus. But that'll do it for this week's edition of the 2-Minute Drill. We'll be back next week to recap Michigan's game against Indiana and preview the trip to Ohio State. Thanks for watching.
Michigan very much alive for a Big Ten championship and a college football playoff spot as the Wolverines welcome Indiana to the Big House. If Michigan wins today and beats Ohio State in Columbus, Michigan is in the Big Ten title game.
Stop the tempo that you were trying to create.
Lego stepping up and getting sacked. It was Chase Winovich who was there for the Wolverines to force a Hoosier punt. They have to get to the 34-yard line. Davion Smith picks up the first down, gets rid of the defender inside the 20-yard line. Finally run out of bounds at the 11.
That's a play you recognize, Coach.
Does that call right there show a lack of confidence in O'Korn by Harbaugh? Here's the field goal try, and it's good for Kenny Allen from 28 yards.
He can even catch it, too.
Here's Patrick into the end zone for the touchdown. Camion Patrick, who had 3 catches all season until last week, had been defensively in the red zone, but it's the Hoosiers who get a touchdown. 2nd and 7. They will with Smith. Finds a seam. First down and more. Gain of 14 yards inside the
rust when it comes to the way he's playing.
Well, the snap was a little high, but Morris did a good job to get it down. And Allen puts it through, but Indiana still leads 7-6. Been an easy year for Griffin Oaks. He puts that one through, though. He's now 13 of 22 on the season. Indiana extends its game.
This Indiana defense consistently.
Only 1 third-down conversion today for Michigan. This is 3rd and 8. Play action pass. O'Korn in trouble. Steps up. Gonna tuck it. Get the first down and more. O'Korn inside the 40. All the way to the 34 and is fired up.
The way you feel confidence-wise going into the game.
Davion Smith breaking tackles inside the 10-yard line. Smith dives. He's in. Touchdown, Michigan.
of the third quarter, but they're going to run Davion Smith, and Smith has a ton of room inside the 20. Smith inside the 10. Smith to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Michigan going for it on 4th down and a yard. Here's Davion Smith. He gets the first down. Indiana cannot stop the clock. Michigan behind Davion Smith going to win this football game. Cheerleaders making snow angels. The fans loving it. Their team getting win number 10. Their last Big Ten championship was 2004. And they control their own destiny to get that title this year. Michigan beats Indiana. 20-10, the Wolverines get their 10th win of the season. It'll come down to Michigan and Ohio State, not only for a spot in the Big Ten championship game, depending, of course, on what Penn State does, but also a spot in the college football playoff. And we'll have it for you next week on ABC. Game day will be in Columbus starting at 7 a.m. Hoosiers put up a fight, but too much defense for Michigan, and Davion Smith in running back for the Wolverines. For Greg McElroy, Tom Ludenbill, I'm Dave Pasch. So long from Ann Arbor. Now back to the studio.
Well, yeah, my cheat sheet says that O'Korn's been a bit of a problem substituting for Spate. What is it, 14 of 44, for about 163 yards. Not good. If they can't throw the ball, they're a totally different one-dimensional team. They're kind of like the team last year that Ohio State spanked so bad. They do have a much better defense. Urban Meyer doesn't lose at home. I mean, last time he lost was last year against Michigan State in that close one by a field goal. But since he got to Ohio State, he's 16-1 at home in the Big Ten. He's going to be 17-1.
It's about consistent with his overall percentages.
I just think this is great stuff because we all grew up with the Woody and Bo era, right? We all look forward to the cold November afternoon, whether it was in the shoe or the big house, and those two coaches head knocking each other. Now we have the same thing with Jim Harbaugh and Urban Meyer. I think Harbaugh finds a way, somehow, some way, to get into a, as you would like to say, a slobber knocker kind of contest and play field position. And I think O'Korn can be forgiven last week because of the elements. May not be better this week. But look at J.T. Barrett on the other side. He struggled throwing the ball, too. I think Michigan wins this thing in a field goal type of thing, 13-10. I'm going with Jimmy Harbaugh.
If it's windy, Barrett's had trouble there.
Yeah. This is my perfect game to pick because I really don't know which direction.
Oh, good night, America.
Let me tell you what. When I watch, I agree with you, Rick.
Should we get comfortable?
This is going to be a line of scrimmage game, and I was watching both of these guys on both sides of the football today. Here's the deal. Michigan's defense is so good. They've held their 7 of their last 8 opponents to 14 or less points, 9 of 11 this season. They don't give up much points, but that quarterback, John O'Korn, I just think Ohio State at home has to find a way to be able to get it done. They're young. Michigan's tough and physical, but on the road, I just don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
Yeah, a lot of interceptions, so the Buckeyes.
Who'd you pick?
Ohio State at home.
Okay.
Opportunistic defense.
Relax, everybody.
Wow.
Relax.
Last
They
week,
were relaxed
speaking of
for a
all the
while.
struggles there in East Lansing, their last 5 of 7 drives, last 7 drives, 5 of those last 7, they ended up punting, did Ohio State. Michigan, on average, is forcing their opponents to punt at least 6 times. And you're right about the defense. They were balling out last week. Ryan Glasgow on that defensive line was outstanding, probably his best game of his career, and that was his last game in the big house. The senior went off. I like Michigan in this ballgame. I think their defense is going to ball out once again, and they've lost the last 4, of course. We've all played in those rivalry games. You find a way, especially when you're a senior, man. We got to get this one. I can't leave this place without beating Ohio State. So I'm going with Michigan.
You are looking live at Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. A record crowd. But
The next stop for the Buckeyes will be the toughest of all. Their arch rivals from Michigan.
The Jim Harbaugh era has begun.
When I needed you the most, you did your very best.
You know your guys better than anybody, so what's the biggest indicator to you that they can handle it today?
Oh, they've been a good team all year. They're fun to coach. They're guys that when it's time to lock in, they listen and they go.
The senior was just honored here. This will be fun, folks. Let's hope the game lives up to the hype. It's a short kick. Keep it away from Peppers. And it bounces. Got to cover it. And the Wolverines do dive on it at the 22-yard line. And one miss for Durbin this year. That fateful block by Penn State returned for a touchdown. That was the decisive play in Happy Valley. He's not missed inside 40, but the pressure of the game can mess with the mind. And the reliable senior kicker pulls it wide left. So it's Kenny Allen, who struggled a bit early in the season, but has made 10 in a row. Chip shot from 28. Knocks it straight through right off of the flagpole, which is in dead center in the goalpost there. You don't get extra points for that. Michigan will take the 3, and they draw first blood in Columbus. Up in his end zone. They fake it to him. Spade gets the throw away. Intercepted. And another pick 6 for the Ohio State defense. Malik Hooker just walks in.
Boy, a gutsy call by Jim Harbaugh. Play action pass, which has worked most this game, but this time back deep into his own territory. And Ohio State brought pressure. They brought their linebackers, so Hooker comes up with a pick with his eyes on the ball. But the two linebackers, Baker and Raekwon McMillan, caused it.
6th pick for Hooker leads the team, and their 7th pick 6 of the season. Gilligan, pure power football, muscles in for the maize and blue. And Michigan reclaims the lead 6 seconds before halftime, and it gets feisty down there. Look out, all those big bodies colliding and tempers flaring.
So, I mean, Michigan and Jim Harbaugh's out there. He's involved trying to get guys off the field. His reaction said it all. I mean, it's not just a touchdown to give Michigan the lead. It's an attitude that Michigan prides itself on now with Jim Harbaugh as the head coach.
Offensively.
Well, we just got to get, every time we get pressure on them, we play well, so we got to get a little more pressure on the quarterback.
Offensively, how in your mind can JT and this offense get into a rhythm that you're looking for?
Well, we've been backed up for 4 of the 5 series. We started our own inside our 10-yard line. We got to get the hell out of there and start playing a little bit. So we got to get a little field position.
Appreciate your time. Chris?
Down here at the near side, matched up against Campbell. Barrett looks the other direction, off the hands of Samuel, intercepted by Peppers. Look out. Peppers with the ball in his hand, electric, spun down at the 43, but a high throw produces Barrett's first interception in the last 6 games. Fumbled exchange, and now a scrum at the 2-yard line. Buckeyes are pointing their way, and they have it. A turnover that could turn around this game as Spate fumbled the exchange, and Hamilton makes the recovery. Peppers. 35, and Johnston takes off on a fake and doesn't get there. Urban Meyer said if Michigan showed that formation, they might fake it. What a gamble. It backfires as Jordan Spade drops back, looks in the flat, and delivers it in a touchdown.
Khalid Hill has been a power runner all season long. Makes his second touchdown reception.
And Michigan capitalizes on the failed make punt. They have got to play physical today. Spade steps up, delivers, intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And Baker's got blockers. Tackle inside the 15. The third Michigan turnover. The second picked by Spade. And Ohio State gets the spark they needed to have these. Weber dives for an Ohio State touchdown.
From behind it.
Barrett looks to run, escapes. J.T. Barrett gets away from Peppers, who's trying to chase him down inside the 25. And hand it off to Weber, who muscles for a first and goal. Glorified extra point for Durbin. 20 yards. He missed earlier from 37, just his second miss of the season, and it's left. Missed it again. Meyer, incredulous, as an ultra-reliable kicker, is 0 for 2 in the game. Knock it through from 23 to get the Buckeyes even.
And let's keep an eye on Jim Harbaugh to see if he tries to freeze him, walking down to the official right now.
Headset has come off. Harbaugh's dragging on the ground, doesn't call time, and Durbin this time knocks it through. Third time a charm. Teammates offering support. And with 1 second to play, Ohio State has finally gotten even 17 apiece. Barrett running all the way and scoring standing up. That was easy. That's the first thing that's been easy all afternoon for this offense.
But he gets his hands underneath it to secure that for a touchdown.
Now Allen, who's been so clutch as a punter and a kickoff man, from 36 for the lead. Responds to the pressure, and Michigan goes on top. Ohio State can win it with a touchdown. They need 9 on third down. Barrett to Samuel. Can he make a bunch of guys miss? Cuts back. Retreating. Has blocks. Samuel still alive and stopped just short of the marker. Keeper. Hit! Right at the marker. The spot will decide it.
After review, the play stands as called on the field.
Which I agree with. Very, very difficult to overturn a spot, especially in a spot like this. So first down Ohio State, still 15 yards away from the goal line. Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State wins.
This is what we talk about for years to come. I mean, this is a team up north of Ohio State. That's what it's about right here. That's a hard-fought game that we just played. That's a great team over there. And we just played hard. We kept on pressing. We came out with a win.
After the struggle offensively in the first half, JT, what was the turning point to ignite you guys?
I think the main thing was keep on fighting. That second half, we came together and was like, hey, we got no choice. It's just us. So we got to go make the plays. And today, our whole line, they stepped up, and that's when we came out with a win.
Finally, what does this rivalry mean, JT?
It's a great thing for our fans. Buckeye Nation, this is what we talk about right here. And so it's a big thing, and we're glad we just win for our fans.
Congratulations, JT.
Thank you.
Sam with Urban. Sam?
Well, Coach, I know you're still taking it in, but describe for me what your stress levels were like towards the end there.
Fourth down, it was a little stressful when I saw him get hit, but he's a man's man. What a great day for Ohio State football. I'm very blessed to be here and coach these guys.
First time ever. So how would you describe what it was that enabled this team to be successful down the stretch when there were issues throughout the game?
Oh, the whole game. You're facing a great team. Now, these are three teams in America. I'm not sure what people expect. It's going to be a swing and predatory rivals. That was a great game, and they found a way to win.
Jake.
Florida actually used to always tell me, he said, if you can't get that far, you're not a championship team. And we used to talk about that all the time. That actually crossed my mind. If you can't get that, we're not a championship team anyway. So that is one of the classic games that this rivalry, that will forever be, because I know this rivalry as well as anybody. And that game's right in there. I'm not saying it's the greatest because that's disrespectful to the other great players that have played in it. But that's an instant classic against two very good teams. And we knew going in it was going to be that way. That's one of the best defense we've ever gone against. That's my wife. I'll get right back to you. I'm at the press conference. All right, bye. She said, bring a gallon of milk home on the way home.
The officiating, I'm bitterly disappointed with the officiating today. That spot, the graphic display is the interference penalties. The one not called on us, on Grant Perry, clearly was being hooked before the ball got there. And the previous penalty they called on Delano Hill, the ball is uncatchable and by the receiver. See, I'm bitterly disappointed in the officiating. Can't make that any more clear. It was not. My view of the first down was it was that short.
Welcome everyone to a very special bowl edition of the 2-Minute Drill. I'm Brendan Quinn here with Nick Baumgartner to preview Michigan's trip to the Orange Bowl, which will face Florida State in Miami. Nick, in the recent weeks, you've had a chance to talk to some Michigan players following that heartbreaker to Ohio State. How do you think they've come to grips with the end of the regular season?
Yeah, I think they've gotten over it as much as they're ever going to. They get to play a really good team in Florida State, and a prestigious bowl in the Orange Bowl I think certainly helped. But at the same time, they put it behind them. They know that they made mistakes in that game. I think they want to prove that they maybe belong in that conversation of top four, whatever that would mean. But I think for the most part, they've put it behind them as much as they ever will. Some guys might not ever get over a loss like that, though.
The build-up to the bowl game essentially amounts to an extra camp for this team before spring camp. Who can get the most out of this?
Yeah, the young guys. I mean, there's guys like Rashawn Gary, comes to mind, some of the young receivers, Eddie McDoom. So a lot of the younger guys that you saw a little bit this year that all of a sudden next year when you lose 3 linemen and 2 receivers and a running back, those guys that will have to play bigger roles. They might not play bigger roles in this game, but in the 15 practices leading up to it, they're going to get a ton of reps, and it'll be one big springboard, you know, Michigan's hoping anyway, for them to move into the offseason.
For the matchup itself, where does Florida State give Michigan the most trouble?
Yeah, I think their defensive line, it's number 1 in the country in sacks. They've been tenacious all year, especially against the passer. I mean, they've had a really good defense overall, but against pocket passers, they've made life pretty pretty hectic, and we saw Michigan had trouble keeping Wilton Speight standing up straight against Ohio State. He's got the shoulder situation. So Florida State's defensive front will be the biggest challenge for Michigan on December 30th.
All right, Nick, let's get into word association. We're going to start off with Wilton Speight. This game means what for him?
A lot. I think this is a big springboard opportunity for him to go into next season. Obviously, he's going to be the guy to beat, but a chance to finish strong against a really good opponent. It gives him the opportunity to get his momentum going again into what could be a huge 2017 for him. Some guys, it might not mean that much, but I think for Wilton Speight, it means a lot.
One player who this game means the most to.
J.O. Chesson, I think it has to mean more to him than a lot of the other seniors. I mean, he did not have a great year. He was on draft radars last year, still is. I think he's still a draftable prospect, but he's a guy who was trending in the wrong way. J.O. Chesson needs a big finish to the season, needs to take advantage of every opportunity he has from now until the draft to maximize that draft stock.
Let's get into some predictions here. Michigan, Florida State, who you got?
Yeah, I've got Michigan, 28-24. I think this will be a good game. I think it'll be one of the more entertaining bowl games we see. Talent level's pretty close. But again, I think Michigan has more senior leadership, has more senior talent, so to speak, and they prepare for these games a little bit differently than everybody else. So I'll take Michigan in a close one.
I agree. I'm going 37-34. All those seniors, I can't see them letting Michigan lose their last game. But with all they've been through in the last 4 or 5 years, I think they go out a winner. But we shall see. It'll be December 30th in Miami. Nick will be there. Make sure you check in with MLive for all coverage of Michigan at the Orange Bowl.
Some people have said, should Peppers deserve the Heisman Trophy? The argument against was, he's not even the best player on his own defense. And that's how good that Michigan defense is. Kermit Whitfield is back. Kenny Allen to kick it away. And the New Year's Six Bowls are underway. The 25. Francois comes out throwing and connecting with Kermit Whitfield down the sideline. And handed off to Cook, and he's in. Touchdown! Seminoles on the board first. Allen will put it in the air. What a punt. Murray has to go all the way back and then muffs it. Loose football down at the 1. And rolling into the end zone, it's going to be stopped out at the 1. It is Michigan's football. Speight with pressure. Throws underneath, it's complete, it's Chesson, field goal attempt. And he'll never have an easier 3 points. Receiving games this season, Dalvin Cook. And he's their second leading receiver. And they're looking his way. And there he is, Dalvin Cook. That ball hung up forever. Aguayo. Just not a problem. Worst starting field position of Florida State is the 8. Here's Francois, throwing deep, he's got a man wide open. It's Murray. Murray down the middle of the field now. Naquan Murray. They've earned 39 yards. Here's Evans. Has the first down. Throwing on first down. Here's Speight. Checks it down to Jake Butt. Buttle takes some people on, has the first down, and he crashes down at the 6-yard line. Trey Marshall and Matthew Thomas, and their butt is in some pain. Way to fight through it. 28-yard field goal on the way for Kenny Allen. He's in just 5 of 13. On third down and 10, he's on the move. Francois will take off. First down and won't take it. Seminoles look to add to their lead. And Aguayo splits the upper. Speight throwing, and it's caught, complete, it's Ian So the loss after the sack means it's not 4-down territory, and Michigan will take 3 down pass in Orange Bowl history. Here's Francois on the run, and throwing, intercepted, picked off by Mike McRae. Did he get there? He did, touchdown. Speight to throw, and it's knocked away. That has Michigan right back in the game. Francois in trouble there, and he's dropped to the 14. Hand off to Cook. Has a seam and a crease and then some. Has the first down, has the sideline. 1 man left to beat, and he is just pushed out. just taken out of bounds by DeMonte Thomas. Got just enough of him. Michigan creeping up to the line of scrimmage. Here's France. Flies into the end zone. Standing up. Touchdown. 7-bot at the safety position. Here's Spade. Has plenty of time. Lofts one in the air, and it is caught. Amara Darbo goes up and gets it and makes the play. 6. Instead, tough turnover events. It's 3rd and 11. Right back and caught. J.U. Chesson that time makes the grab. Screen. Here's 3rd and goal. Spade looking that way. Finds Hill. It is in. Touchdown. 5. Spade steps up. Now wants to run for the first down. He's got that and much more. And he will skip out of bounds at the Florida State 40. He gets the football. Stays on his feet. Good second effort by Chris Evans. 5 to go. Handoff. It's Evans. Gets a great block. Sideline. Evans. Gets there. Touchdown. 30 yards. Spade throwing. Wow, did that look easy? It is Darbo, in fact. 57 to go. Allen will put it in the air. And Gavin will run it up. Out across the 20. Up the middle of the field. Keith Gavin. All the way down to the 33-yard line. No Dalvin Cook here. On the run, they get it to him via the pass. He stumbles down. Francois to throw to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Daquan Murray. 92 yards. That's good for 12. Here's the extra point. It is blocked. Extra point is blocked. And it's going all the way. In a 3-point game, this will be worth 2. It's Metellus. Knocked up in the air and intercepted. And that should seal the deal for Florida State. Carlos Becker, the true freshman, made the interception. And everybody was in celebration mode a little too early.
The second timeout of the half. Your 30-second timeout.
Michigan can stop it one more time if they want to. Michigan cannot stop the clock again, and that'll do it. Celebration underway in the state of Florida for Florida State.
And what a year for Jimbo Fisher. I mean, everything that he's been through, he was proud of this team coming into the game. The ups and downs, the Louisville blowout, the close losses to North Carolina and Clemson, and to fight back and to beat an outstanding Michigan team in this fashion. Give tremendous amount of credit to Jimbo Fisher. Clearly one of the top coaches in all of college football.
Think about the way Florida State finishes. They win 7 of their last 8. Conversely, Michigan will end the season with just 1 win in their final 4 games.